A very good afternoon. Now we are going to continue our discussion last day, right? We used Google Jamboard. Can you remember?
Yes, sir.
Then using Google Jamboard, we have done a great job, right? According to your memory. Right. According to this definition, politics we can understand as a public affair, right? In that discussion, we identified two sides, public life and private life, right? According to this definition, politics is there only in public life, not in a private life, right? Private matters are among ourselves, among our family members, among our friends. So, most of the time, the outsiders they they are reluctant to intervene the particular private matters. They thought that these matters are private. Therefore, the matters need to be settled by the family members or by the friends, right? For example, if there's a quarrel inside the family, our neighbors, they will not come and see to settle the quarrel, right? Settle the fight within our family, because they thought that that is the private matter of our family, right? And in the same way, we are not going to intervene others' private life, others' matters, right? We thought that these things are the private matters for themselves, right? So, however, if we accept this definition, politics is there in public life, public realm. It cannot be seen in private life. Among our family members, among our friends, we cannot see the politics, right? Politics is an activity in the public life. In this sense, politics is restricted to the activities of the state and its organ in itself, right? As I mentioned before, if we think politics is an activity in the public life, we think that that is the matter of state and its organ, maybe executive, maybe legislature, maybe judiciary, maybe ombudsman, maybe political parties, maybe other government institutions, for example, election commission and all, right? We do not think it is a part of our life, right? The politics as an as a part of our life, right? We are reluctant to think in that line, right? The activities in the private life are not considered as politics. The activities in the private life are not considered as politics. are not considered as politics. Right? If we accept this definition, right? We cannot consider politics or we cannot consider politics in our private life. We cannot consider it, right? They are non-politics, our private matters. The people believe that, or thinkers or scholars believe that. They are non-politics. They are non-politics according to this interpretation or this definition of politics. The matters outside the state or matters out of the states are non-politics. They are considered as non-politics, right? Therefore, those areas of life, right? Therefore, those areas of life, like the economy, or maybe we can say social and religion, or we can say domestic, or sometimes we are saying that they are personal or cultural, right? Also artistic spheres. Therefore, we understood them as non-politics according to this definition. If we accept this definition, politics as public affairs, we have to consider politics of public institutions, activities. We have to think, we have to accept day-to-day activities of the public institutions as politics, right? We cannot consider day-to-day activities of our life, maybe in our school, maybe in our university, maybe in our personal life, maybe activities or day-to-day engagement with our friends. We cannot consider all these things as politics, or we cannot see media institutions and their activities, news reading and all, or we cannot consider these activities, or I mean influences coming from the social media as politics. We cannot see them as politics because we strongly believe that politics, it is something it is something related with the public affairs. It is something related with the government institutions, right? Therefore, the activities without the government institutions are not considered as politics, right? Politics do not take place in the family, in domestic life, or in personal relationship. But that is not true, right? We can see politics in everywhere. According to other definitions, we are going to discuss them, right? According to these definitions, we can see them in everywhere. We can see the political activities in everywhere, right? It is clear. For example, Hannah Arendt, right? In The Human Condition, a book, name of her book was The Human Condition, right? The scholar, thinker, Hannah Arendt in 1958. She said, politics is the most important form of human activity. Politics is the most important form of human activity. It involves interaction among free and equal citizens. It involves interaction among free and equal citizens. Free and equal citizens. What is there among these two groups? Interaction among these two free and equal citizens. Therefore, it gives meaning to the life of everyone, right? Interaction among free and equal citizens. Therefore, according to the definition declared by Hannah Arendt in 1958 in The Human Condition, the name of a book, the famous book, was written in 1958, all right? In that book, Hannah Arendt defines politics as the interaction among free and equal citizens. It means every type of interaction among the free and equal citizen. That type of interaction is called politics. That is, according to her definition, politics is the most important form of human activity among the world history or human history. All right. Another definition is there, and the idea is there, given by Jean-Jacques Rousseau in 1762 in his very, very famous book, Social Contract. In that book, as I mentioned normally, Jean-Jacques Rousseau says human beings are born equal and free. We as human beings, we born equal and free, right? But according to his another definition, though we are born equal and free, everywhere we are bound by the chains, right? We are in chains. That's another case, another definition. So later on, we will discuss that one, right? The direct and continuous participation of all citizens in political life is needed. The direct and continuous participation of all citizens in day-to-day activities of the society are needed, right? It must. It needs to build the state. That type of common participation or equal participation are needed. For what? To build the state. To build the state for the common good, for the common benefit of all citizens, right? For common good, for the benefit of everyone. Equal participation, free participation of all citizens are very much needed. For what? To build the state. To build the state, right? He used the term, I think some of you are aware about that. He used the term general will, right? general will. General will. General will means the opinion or will of everyone in our society, right? Everyone will give their consent to certain things, right? For example, just assume the government is going to initiate new act, right? Or government is going to initiate, or government is going to pass a new law. Okay, let's assume that, right? New law. So in that sense, each and every human being in that particular society, every citizen in that society, they should give their opinion whether they like to accept it or not, whether they like to accept this law or not. The citizen should have that opportunity and that kind of space to express their views free and equal. Every citizen, they should have free and equal opportunity, free and equal space to express their views, right? If they do not like to accept it, they should have space, they should have opportunity to express their objection, right? So in spite of that, let's assume that large other people in our society, they like to, they are willing, they have a willingness to accept that new law or maybe new act, right? So then the free and equal space should be there to participate, each and every citizen in our society, to express their views. If they like to accept it, if they are having willingness to accept it, they should have free and equal space, opportunity to express their views, right? That is what Jean-Jacques Rousseau, 1762, just after the French Revolution, has proclaimed that in his famous book, Social Contract, right? The politics is there, it is his space. It means everyone should have an equal and free opportunity to engage with politics. That is called general will, right? General will, not the majority's will. That is not the minority's will. That is not majority's will. That is not the ambition came from the political elites. That is not the ambition came from the particular political families or maybe friends, right? That is the will came from the general public or the citizens of a particular country, right? According to this definition, politics is everywhere. Politics cannot be restricted into the particular area of the government and its institutions, right? Politics is everywhere. It means equal and free participation of citizens or maybe individuals in their society and day-to-day activities, right? And also the interaction among free and equal citizens, as Hannah Arendt very bravely and correctly mentioned, interaction among the free and equal citizens. It might be the interaction between teacher and the student. It might be an interaction between husband and wife. It might be an interaction among the father and daughter, father and his son, or it might be an interaction among the neighbors. It might be an interaction among the employer and the employees, right? it might be an interaction among the girlfriend and boyfriend, right? Interaction among free and equal citizen according to Hannah Arendt, right? These are these definitions can be considered as very radical definitions and radical definitions about politics. However, I love these definitions because politics cannot be restricted to the activities of the government and the institutions. Politics is everywhere, right? For example, if there's a drought, so past few days, we cannot say few days, few months, we experienced drought, continuous drought in Sri Lanka, right? So no water, the farmers, they cannot cultivate well because there's no water in their paddy field. And also, Edisonary board, they were afraid about scarcity of the water, water level of their resource, right? So that is also politics. If there's a continuous rain, or if there's a kind of drought, so these things are also politics, right? So everywhere and everything are nowadays becoming politics, right? So I think now you can have a good idea about this, right? Any comments from your side, your ideas or your views? Anything from your side? Any clarification? Ranjan, P6642, Netu Ramasinghe, Nimesha Dharanjani, Stephanie Ahmed, Upekshika. Yes. Any comments? Any ideas? Is it clear for everyone? Netu Ranasinghe, from your side? Ranjan?
No, sir. English medium වලින් කරන ඉඳ ටිකක් අමාරුයි තාම.
Okay, this doesn't matter. Ranjan, මෙතන කියන්නේ දේශපාලනය කියලා ආණ්ඩුව සහ ආණ්ඩුවට සම්බන්ධ ආයතන විතරයි සමහර වෙලාවට අඳුරගන්නේ. අපේ දෙවෙනි ඩිෆිනිෂන් එක අනුව දේශපාලනය කියන්නේ මහජන අවකාශීය හැසිරීම. ඒ කියන්නේ ආණ්ඩුව සහ ආණ්ඩුවට සම්බන්ධ ආයතන තමයි දේශපාලනය කියලා කියන්නේ. right? එතකොට ආණ්ඩුව, විධායකේ, විවාස්ථාදායක අධිකරණය, පාර්ලිමේන්තුව, මැතිවරණ සහ ටිම කියන පළාත් සභා, ප්‍රාදේශීය සභා, දේශපාලන පක්ෂ, ආණ්ඩුව සහ ආණ්ඩුවට සම්බන්ධ ආයතන පමණයි දේශපාලනය කියලා කියන්නේ. හැබැයි පෞද්ගලික ශාස්ත්‍රයේ ආණ්ඩුවට සම්බන්ධ නොවන විශාල ආයතන ගණනාවක් තියෙනවා. විශාල ක්‍රියාකාරීත්වයන් තියෙනවා. අපේ පවුලේ ඉඳලා ගත්තාම ආණ්ඩුවේ නොවන මහා කම්පැනිස් දක්වා විශාල කාර්යභාරයක්, විශාල දේවල් කරන අය ඉන්නවා. ඒතර ඒ ක්‍රියාකාරීත්වය මේ දෙවෙනි ඩිෆිනිෂන් එක අනුව දේශපාලනය කියලා ඇඟ වෙන්නේ නැහැ. එහෙම නැත්නම් දේශපාලනය කියලා නිර්වචනය වෙන්නේ නැහැ. නමුත් දේශපාලනය කියලා කියන්නේ ආණ්ඩුව හෝ ආණ්ඩුවට සම්බන්ධ ආයතන විතරක් නෙමෙයි. දේශපාලනය අපේ පවුල තුල තියෙනවා, අපේ යාළු මිත්‍රයෝ අතර තියෙනවා, ගර්ල්ෆ්‍රෙන්ඩ් බොයිෆ්‍රෙන්ඩ් අතර තියෙනවා, අම්මා දෙමාපියෝ සහ දරුවන් අතර තියෙනවා, ගුරුවරයා සහ ශිෂ්‍යයා අතර තියෙනවා. හැමත සේවකයා සහ සේවය අතර තියෙනවා, කොන්දොස්තර සහ මගියා අතර තියෙනවා දේශපාලන. බස් එකේ ගියාම එහෙමනේ. බස් එක අපිට ඕන විදිහට යන්න පුළුවන්. කොන්දොස්තර මහත්තයා කියනවා ඉස්සරහට යන්න මහත්තයා කියයි නේද? පස්සට යන්න කියයි, වමට හැරෙන්න කියයි. දකුණට හැරෙන්න කියයි. ඔය නංගි පොඩ්ඩක් ඔතනින් එහාට යන්න කියයි. ඔය පොල් අලගෙන මහත්තයා මෙහාට එන්න කියයි. නේද? ඔයාගේ ගොඩක් දේවල් බස් එක ඇතුලේ කියනවා. අපිට එතකොට අපි බල රහිත කෙනෙක් බස් එක ඇතුලේ අපිට බලය තියුණා අපි දන්නේ බලය තියෙන බව නේ. හින්දා අපි බල රහිත විදියට ඉන්නවා. කොන්දස්තර මහත්තයා කියන විදියට අපි බස් එකේ හැසිරෙනවා. ඒක දේශපාලනය. එතකොට අර දේශපාලනය කියන්නේ රජය සහ රජයේ සම්බන්ධ අය දේශපාලන පක්ෂ විතරක් කියලා අපි පිළිගත්තොත් මේ කියන දේශපාලනය අපිට මගහැරෙනවා. තව එකක් තමයි අපි ගෙදර. අපි ගෙදර කෑම උයන. කෑම උයලා ඉස්සෙල්ලාම කෑම බෙදනවා. කාටද? තාත්තට. ඊට පස්සේ ඉන්නේ වැඩිහිටි දියණියක්. අම්මගෙන් පස්සේ ඉන්නේ වැඩිහිටි දියණිය. නමුත් වැඩිහිටි දියණියට නෙමෙයි ඊළඟට කෑම බෙදන්නේ ඊළඟට බාල පුත්‍රයාට. ඒක දේශපාලනය. ගෙදර ඉන්න වැඩිහිටි පිරිමි පාර්ශවයට කෑම බෙදලා තමයි කාන්තා පාර්ශවයට කෑම බෙදන්නේ. සාමාන්‍ය ආසියාතික පීතෘමූලික සමාජයන් වල. ඒක දේශපාලනය. ඉතින් එහින්දා මේ දේශපාලනය කියන්නේ ආණ්ඩුව ඇතුලේ තියෙන එකක් විතරක් නෙමෙයි. දේශපාලන පක්ෂ ඇතුලේ තියෙන එකක් විතරක් නෙමෙයි. මේ දේශපාලනය කියන එක හැමතැනම තියෙනවා කියන එකයි මේක අදහස් කරන්නේ. දැන් උදාහරණයක් ගත්තොත් මේ හානා ඇරෙන්ඩට් කියන දේශපාලන විද්‍යාඥයා. එයා කියනවා දේශපාලනය කියලා කියන්නේ සමාන සහ නිදහස් පුරවැසියන් අතර තියෙන ක්‍රියාකාරීත්වය. ඒ හැමෝම සමානයි නිදහස් ඒගොල්ලෝ අතර තියෙන ක්‍රියාකාරීත්වය තමයි දේශපාලනය. එතකොට මේ නිදහස් සමාන පුරවැසියෝ ඕන කෙනෙක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. ගුරුවරයා ශිෂ්‍යයා වෙන්න පුළුවන්. කර්මාන්ත ශාලා හිමියා සහ සේවකයා අතර වෙන්න පුළුවන්. එහෙම නැත්නම් අසල්වාසීන් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. ගර්ල්ෆ්‍රෙන්ඩ් බොයිෆ්‍රෙන්ඩ් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. හස්බන්ඩ් වයිෆ් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඕන කෙනෙක් අතර තියෙන නිදහස් ඉක්වල් නිදහස් සහ සමාන පුරවැසියන් අතර තියෙන සම්බන්ධතාවය තමයි හානා ඇරෙන්ඩට් කියන දේශපාලන විද්‍යාඥයා එතුමිය දේශපාලන විදිහට පිළිගත්තා. එතකොට ජීන් ජැක්විස් රූසෝ කියනවා පොදු කැමැත්ත අවශ්‍යයි රට රාජ්‍ය හදන්න පොදු යහපත සඳහා. එතනදිත් දේශපාලනය කියලා කියන්නේ participation of all citizen in political life. දේශපාලන ජීවිතය තුළ සියලු දෙනාගේ සහභාගීත්වය. මේ නිර්වචන හරිම ලස්සනයි. මේවා පිළිගත්තාම අපිට අර දෙවෙනි දේශපාලනය කියන දෙවෙනි අදහසට වඩා පුළුල් අදහසක් නිර්මාණය කරගන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ කියන්නේ දේශපාලනය කියන්නේ ආණ්ඩුව හෝ ආණ්ඩුවේ වැඩ කටයුතු පමණක් නෙමෙයි ඊට වඩා එහාට ගිහිල්ලා තියෙනවා. දේශපාලන කියන එක අපිට අපේ පවුල තුල දකින්න පුළුවන්. අපේ පාසල තුල දකින්න පුළුවන්. විශ්වවිද්‍යාලය තුල දකින්න පුළුවන්. පාරේ ගියත් දකින්න පුළුවන්. බස් එකේ ගියත් දකින්න පුළුවන්. ෆුට් සයිකලේ ගියත් දකින්න පුළුවන්. නේද? පොල් ගහකට ගියත් දේශපාලනේ දකින්න පුළුවන්. අර සින්දුවක් කියන්නේ නේද? පුංචි ලිඳේ වතුරට නා දන්න නංගියේ ගස් ගොඩකට ගියත් අප්පච්චිට හම්බෙන්නේ එක ගෙඩියයි. ඒක එයාගේ කුලිය. ඒක අපි විකුණන්න ඕනේ. ඒ විකුණන ලැබෙන සල්ලි වලින් තමයි අපි ජීවත් වෙන්නේ. ඔයා ඒකට ආස වෙලා අප්පච්චිට කුලියට හම්බෙන ඒ කුරුම්බා ගෙඩියට එහෙම නැත්නම් පොල් ගෙඩියට ආස වෙලා ඒක ඉල්ලලා අපි භුක්ති විඳොත් එහෙම නැත්නම් අපි ඒක කෑවොත් අපිට විකුණලා අනිත් දේවල් ගන්න හම්බෙන්නේ නැහැ. එහෙනම් පුංචි ලිඳේ වතුරට නා දන්න නංගියේ කියලා කියන්නේ ඒකයි. නේද? මම එක කිව්වේ පොල් ගහේ ගියා දේශපාලනයක් තියෙනවා. පොල් ගස් ගොඩක යනවා නමුත් ඒ කඩන කෙනා මහන්සි වෙලා පොල් කඩනවා. එයාට හම්බෙන්නේ තාම ගෙඩි සුළු ප්‍රමාණයක්. ඒවා විකුණලා තමයි යාට අවශ්‍ය කරන හාල් පරිප්පු පාන් කිරිපිටි බෙහෙත් ගන්න ඕන. ඒ ගෙඩි ගේන කුරුම්බා වලට ආස වෙලා ගෙදර තියාගෙන කෑවොත් අනිත් ඒවා ගන්න වෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඒක තමයි ඒ සින්දුවෙන් කියන්නේ. ඒකේ තමයි දේශපාලනය තියෙන්නේ. I think because you are first year students, I know that you are not coming from the elite group or elite families, and also you are not representing English speaking family, right? So, but you came from different or diverse background and also diverse different places of this beautiful country. So we all are in the same boat. So we need to develop our skills our language skills and other, IT skills and other presentation skills and other type of skills to have a good profile, right? That is our final and life goal ambition, right? We need to increase our knowledge, attitudes, skills, and mindset to acquire good profile or high profile for what? To serve this beautiful country and the beautiful world, right? So I know that I'm very sure you're coming from diverse background and different places of this beautiful country. That is what, according to the request of Ranjan, I explained my discussion within Sinhala, but continuously you need to omit kind of Sinhala interpretation because you are studying English medium, right? So other thing is that we need to hear, we need to speak, we need to read in English. So then this task would not be very difficult, right? You can remember our mothers, aunties, sisters, and our elder sisters and younger sisters. They are going to Middle East. They are going to Israel, Singapore, Malaysia, America, right, and Australia and all. To do kind of small jobs. So we can say many of them are working over there over there as housemaids, right? But before going there, before reach to the Middle East and all, they don't. I'm very much sure they do not know, or they did not know about Arabic and also English or Hebrew. They do not know. But after going over there, after jump into sea, they learned how to deal with their own language, how to deal with in foreign language, how to deal with Arabic people in speaking Arabic, right? How to deal with Jews in Israel by speaking with Hebrew. So some of them are going to Malaysia and Singapore. So then after going there, they know that they are very much clever to develop their skills to speak in English and working with the foreign community, right? So how they're doing that? It means they omit other part of the usage of language, or maybe I suppose they do not use their mother tongue. Instead of that, they try to communicate with their bosses and also the employers in their own language, or maybe English, maybe Hebrew, maybe in Arabic, right? So through that way, within 1 or 2 months, so they are fluent in foreign language. So in that way, you also can do the same thing. You also, because I mean, you are having good brain, good skills, good technology. You are having, right? So you are in far more advanced position when compared to the housemates in Malaysia, Israel, Singapore, and Middle East. Therefore, you can do this job. You can do it very fluent, right? Okay. Salamonis, right? Yes, Hannah Arendt and Jean-Jacques Rousseau pictures. I have taken this from the internet. So this is the third definition of the politics. As I mentioned before, this is the uniqueness in politics, right? It means there's no common agreement or common idea about politics. There are different views regarding politics. right? Politics has compromise and consensus. It means agreements. Some scholars, some thinkers, they believe that politics is something applicable to solve the conflict, right? Something can be applied to solve the conflict, to manage the conflict, or to reconcile the community. So, conflicted communities. The politics is something can be applied to reconcile the conflicted societies or conflicted groups. Therefore, politics is seen as a particular means of solving conflict by compromising, compromise is there, conciliation is there. These are technical terms, do not worry. You can easily understand these things. Negotiation, it means discussions, right? Rather than force, applying force, or using military power, or naked power struggle, right? Rather than using military force or using kind of strategies in naked power struggle, politics can be used to solve the conflict by compromise, conciliation, negotiation, mediation, arbitration, litigation, and so on, right? These are the things you can study all these things when you are in second years, right? There's a course, it is called Conflict Handling Tools, Conflict Handling Mechanisms, right? So then when you entered into the second year courses, then you can learn about how to solve the conflict peacefully, right? How to find the solutions for the conflicts among your friends, among your neighbors, among your schoolmates, right? There are different methods, right? After studying all these things, you can decide which method is most powerful, which method is most useful to solve this type of conflict, right? We have that type of experience, so we are handling conflicts in different level. Conflicts among our friends, our neighbors, conflicts among students, right? Because in these days, I'm working as the academic warden of this university. It means all the male hostels have to be looked after by me along with the full-time subordinates, right? Therefore, sometimes very young boys are there. The small conflicts are emerging, but we are in here to solve them because we are experts in this line, this method. So I mean, conflict handling tools, conflict handling mechanisms, right? We are in here to apply different methods to solve this type of conflict. I mean, rather using force, rather using kind of hard power, we are in here to use kind of discussion method to solve all this conflict, right? Disagreements need to find a common consensus through discussions. Discussions are most important. Disagreements, the conflicts, need to find a common solution or maybe a common consensus or common agreement through the process of discussion, right? That's the way we are planning here to solve the conflict, right? Through discussion, all gathered and having a one table discussion, round table discussion. So then it is easy to find solution for particular conflicts that can be acceptable for each and every parties, each and every conflicted parties, right? Without intimidation, without fear and violence. Without intimidation and violence, without applying violent method, we need to use the compromise, or maybe need to use mediation or discussion table, round table discussions to solve our day-to-day disagreements, day-to-day conflicts, right? That's the one aspect of uh, politics, right? One third definition of politics is saying that politics is something can be used to solve the problem or problems, right? This is the fourth one, the last one. Politics as power struggle, right? Politics as power struggle. The fourth definition of politics is both the broadest and the most radical one. This is the most broadest and radical view of politics, right? Politics as power struggle. Rather than confining politics to a particular sphere, the government, the state, or the public realm, this view sees politics at work in all social activities and in every corner of human existence. It means, as I mentioned before, normally people think that politics is something related to government, right? But that is not true, because politics is there in each and every aspect of each and every aspect of political life, each and every aspect of human life, right? Each and every aspect of our day-to-day work. So then I would like to ask a question from our daughters, only from daughters, right? I need honest and clear answers, right? My question is, girls, they normally are normally wearing earrings, right? Why is that? What is the reason? What is the purpose of wearing earrings? Sanduni? Nettu Ranasinghe? From Hambantota? Daughter? What is your answer? You can use chat box as well. Sorry, sir, there's a coverage problem. Nimesha Dhananjani? Upekshika? මම හැව්වේ ගැහණු ළමයි කරාබු දානවනේ නේද? ගැහණු ළමයි කරාබු දානවා මාල දානවා කරාබු දානවා කියලා හිතන්න. ඒකේ අරමුණ මොකක්ද කියලා. ඇයි ගැහණු ළමයි කරාබු දාන්නේ? ඔයගොල්ලන්ට chat box එක පාවිච්චි කරන්න පුළුවන් පිළිතුරු දීම සඳහා. පිරිමි ළමන්ට උත්තර දීමේ අයිතියක් නැත. The boys, they cannot open their mouth because this is something related with the ladies or girls. Yes, yes.
The first one was male.
Sorry.
First one was male.
First one was I couldn't get
Male. Male.
it means
පිරිමි අය.
oh සිංහලෙන් කියන්නේ
පිරිමි අය නේද ඉස්සෙල්ලාම දැම්මේ කලොම්බ.
I don't know it is oh පිරිමි අය නේද ඉස්සෙල්ලාම කරාබු දැම්මේ කියලා අහන්න නේද? මම දන්නේ ඉස්සෙල්ලා ගානුව දැම්මද පිරිමි අය දැම්මද කියලා. මගේ ප්‍රශ්නේ දැම්මට පේන්නේ ඔයගොල්ලන්නේ දාන්නේ. ගෑනු ළමයිනේ දාන්නේ. දැන් මම කතා කරන්නේ අද කාලේ. දැන් මං අහන්නේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ දාගෙන ඉන්නවනේ. ඇති කියලා මම හිතන මට ඔයගොල්ලන් පේන්නේ නැහැ. මට හිතෙනවා ඔයගොල්ලෝ කරාබු දාගෙන ඉන්නවා ඇති කියලා. ඉන්නවද නැද්ද?
Yes sir.
කරාබු දාන්නේ ඉන්නවා right. ඇයි කරාබු දාන්නේ කියලාද මං අහන්නේ. පුංචි කාලේ වේදනාව විඳගෙන කන හිල් කරගෙන අඬලා වැළපිලා නේද? අම්මලා නැන්දලා ආච්චිලා චුට්ටි ගෑනු ළමගේ වේදනාව දෙමින් කන හිල් කරලා මේ කරාබුවක් දාන්නේ ඇයි? මොකද හේතුව? I think it is our culture. 6641, I think Sandhani. It is our culture. It is our culture. It is our culture. So then, ගෑනු ළමයි කරාබු දානුන් කවුද නැතු නේද කියන්නේ? නිමේෂිකා කියන්නේ ඒක ඉස්සෙල්ලාම පිරිමි අය තමයි කරාබු දැම්මේ කියන්නේ. What is your answer? Netu Ranasinghe? Nimesha reply.
Identify the male and females in society.
Okay, identify the male and female. Oh my goodness, what a nice answer, right? I mean, couldn't we identify them by their, physical body, by seeing their figure? Rather going to identify by their hearings. The people, those who are wearing the hearings, and the people, those who could not wear the hearings. So you might be right. So at the time of our ancient kings, the male members in our society, they might wear the earrings, right? Yeah.
Now they wear earrings to beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's good answer. So it means you may think that you are not beautiful. So then you're trying to get in more beautiful wearing earrings. Am I right?
Yes sir.
I think this is the first time someone asked this type of question from you, right? Until now, in your history or in your life, there's no anyone to ask this type of silly question from you, I suppose. Am I right? Where is Netu? She's always silent. I think she came from Hambantota. Netu Ranasinghe?
Yes sir. I'm not from Mansata. I'm
yeah.
Sheila. I'm
Sorry?
from Sheila.
Okay, chill out. Yeah, okay, good. So, what is your opinion about this? Why you are wearing kind of beautiful earrings?
I think identify the male and female.
Oh, what a nice answer, right?
Thank you, sir.
I mean, by seeing your body, I mean, physical body you configure in the physical body, why we cannot identify the male and female as Nimesha, right? According to Nimesha, I think she expressed that view. In our past, the male members of our society, they also wore the kind of earrings. So how we could identify at that time the male and female by seeing the earrings? This is the question, very good question for you. You can ask from your mothers, your parents, or maybe grandmother, though they are still alive. You
Sir,
can go and ask. Yes, Nimesha?
now it's a habit.
Yeah, now it is been a habit. Okay. Then what is Upekshika? You don't wear kind of earrings?
Because girls like to look beautiful.
Don't you think that girls are always beautiful by their birth? According to me, they are beautiful by their birth, right? Do not not to wear kind of ornaments like earrings and others, necklace and all. No need to paint the nails, my cutex and all, because they're beautiful, right? Don't you think? You all girls, I mean, you all think that you are not beautiful, right? That is why you are doing kind of things. Wear a necklace, earrings, painted your nails by applying cutex and also lipstick and all, doing makeup and all. Am I right? For my case, in African women in Africa, have you seen they are wearing kind of earrings? I mean, big and round earrings made by gold and silver. Have you seen them? Because they are wearing this type of heavy and very round, very kind of big earrings to show their wealthiness, I mean, to show their assert to the others, right? So likewise, the girls, those who are in Asian countries, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka and all, Maldives and all, they are wearing earrings and other kind of ornaments to get attraction from their counterparts. It means male members in the society, because they need to be more attractive. That is what that's the mean came from your definitions. I mean, your words. Some of you are saying that, not some, all of you are saying that you're wearing earrings to be more beautiful. It means to be more beautiful means you need to get more attraction from the male and female counterpart in your society, in our society. Don't you think that is politics? To get in others' attraction, right? Being among the others, like king and queen, that is politics, right? You are wearing necklace, you are wearing earrings, you are applying lipstick and cutex, and applying makeups to get others' attraction, especially attraction from the male counterparts in your society. It means you need to be more beautiful, you need to be more attractive. It finally, it comes to the point. It means by doing this kind of different activities, right? You are trying to be more political, and also because of power struggle, you are you are running behind the power, you are running behind the attraction among the others, right? So to achieve your target, to achieve your ambition, you are applying kind of different methods, right? So it means you're doing politics because you are in the part of power struggle. You need to be more specific. You need to be more uniqueness. You need to be more attractive among the others. It means you need more powers like Hitler, right? That's not the wrong thing. That's the natural mentality of human beings, right? That's common for everyone. That is common for everyone, right? Now you got the answer why you are wearing beautiful ornaments like earrings and necklaces and rings and all, right? Get others attraction. So then, as Adrian Lefkowitz, another political scientist, proclaimed in his famous book, What is Politics? The Activity and its Study in 2004. Right, this is political scientist, white African political scientist. According to Adrian Lefkowitz, politics is at the heart of all collective social activity. Politics is at the heart of all collective social activity, formal and informal, public and private, in all human groups, institutions, and societies. It means politics is at every level, is at the heart of all collective social activity or collective formal social activity, and also informal social activity, public social activity. Privately, they are doing kind of social activities, right? In all human groups, institutions, and societies. It means politics is everywhere, whether it is formal or informal, public or private, and also whether they are human groups, institutions, and so societies, social groups, religious groups, linguistic groups, whether I mean, neglecting all these differences, right? Politics is everywhere, right? So, for example, if I ask from you to live in your hostel or in your home by putting your heads to the western side, will you agree with me or not? My second question. Is it clear? I will ask from you all, from you girls and boys, to sleep when you are going to sleep, over there, to sleep over there in your home, in your own bed, but put in your heads towards the western side. Will you agree with me or not? Will you do it or not? If I do it as an home assignment, will you agree with me or not? Will you follow my advice or not? Will you agree with me or not? Question is clear? මම ඔගොල්ලන්ගෙන් ඇහුවොත් ඔගොල්ලන්ගේ ගෙදර හොස්ටල් එකේ කොහේ හරි ඔගොල්ලෝ ඉන්න තැන ඔගොල්ලන්ගේම ඇඳක බස්නාහිර පැත්තට ඔළුව දාලා නිදා ගන්න කියලා කිව්වොත් හෝම් අසයින්මන්ට් එකක් විදියට ඔගොල්ලෝ ඒක ඔගොල්ලන් ඒක කරයිද නැද්ද? පිළිගනීද නැද්ද? මං කියන දේ එකඟ වෙයිද නැද්ද? රංජන්
එකක වෙනවද?
එකඟ වෙනවා? බස්නාහිර පැත්තට ඔළුව දාලා නිදා ගන්නවා.
ඔව්.
අනිත් අය
I agree, sir.
sorry
I agree.
you also agree. Who is this? Nimesha or Netu?
I am Netu.
Ah, Netu, you agree? Okay. You are also doing politics again, right? Others? Sandoni? And also Nimesha? Stephanie Ahmed?
Yes, sir.
What's your idea? Will you agree with me or not?
I didn't get your question, sir. Here,
Yeah, if I
coverage
ask,
condition is very poor.
if I ask to sleep in your when you sleep in your home, to get your head to western side, not put in the other side, right? Put in your head into western side. Will you like to sleep in your home, in your own bed? If I ask from you, will you do that?
Yes, sir.
Hmm? කරයිද? Peshika?
I agree.
Sorry? Will you agree with me or not? උපේක්ෂිකා මොකද කරන්නේ?
Agree, sir.
මොකද? Nimesha?
I agree, sir.
Oh my God. So you all can say, I agree, right? But I know that you will not do it definitely because of your Sanskrit. I mean, because of your culture, because of your home, because of your adults' attitudes. You are not allowed to do that. Other thing is that I cannot come and see whether you are following my advice or not. I cannot check whether it is going on properly or not, right? So for words, you can say I will follow that advice and I will follow that guidance, but I cannot check, right? Because each and every activities of our life, even the sleeping position of our life, is also constructed by our society. It is also the sleeping position, even sleeping position of our life is decided, politically decided by our society, by our elders, by our ancestors, right? We cannot take independent decision, though we are equal and free citizens in this beautiful country and the world. We cannot do. We cannot do. Right? That is what Adrian Leftwich proclaimed. Politics is everywhere. What is politics? The activity and is studied in 2004. According to this definition, right? In this sense, politics take place at every level of social interaction. every level of social interaction. It can be found within families and among a small group of friends. Politics can be found within families, within the family. Politics is there. It can be found in families and small groups or among the friends. Politics, we can find it among the friends. Politics is there, right? In wider sense, or I mean in macro level, we can find among us nations and on the global stage. Politics is there in global stage amongst the nation, right? It means politics is there in our family, politics is there in small peer groups, among the friends, among the small kind of social groups. So politics is there in our neighbors, in our communities, in our village, or among our village, politics is there. I mean, among the villages, politics is there. And also in our province, whether it is in Hambantota, whether it is in Wattalo, whether it is in Migamo, whether it is in Qatar, we can find politics over there. In national level, politics is there. In also global level, politics is there. Each and every institutions, whether it is private or whether it is public, whether it is formal or whether it is volunteer groups, we can find politics is there everywhere. We would like to wear nice shoes, like to wear nice ornaments, like to be more fair, right? Because as human beings, people like to get others' attraction for what? To enhance, to develop our power capacity, I mean, to develop our powerful positions in our society. To achieve that ambition, to achieve that target, we are doing certain kind of things, applying Q-Tex, applying lipstick, I mean, earring necklace, wearing earrings, and cutting our hair, and we are trying to apply different type of hairstyles, different type of walking styles, different type of clothes, right? Different type of passions. For what? To get others' attention. Or simply culturally, we are saying that we want to be more beautiful. In politics, we say that we all need to be more attractive among the others. By being attractive person, we can attract more power in our society, more money in our society, more power in our society. So you and me, we all are behaving like this. We all need to be powerful animals in our society, right? So that is what we are running behind the power by doing certain kind of things. We are following different strategies, different activities to increase our civil power, societal power. We need to be more important person among the others, right? That's what Harold Laswell in his book Politics, Who Gets What, When and How. From this perspective, from this perspective. Politics is about diversity and conflict. While human needs and desires are infinite, it means we have unlimited needs, unlimited desires, or diverse desires. They cannot be measurable. They are that much of diverse and kind of larger in numbering, right? The resources available to satisfy the human beings are always limited. Our desires, our needs are different. They are not limited, but the available resources are limited. Therefore, according to Laswell, politics can therefore be seen as struggle over scarce resources. The way of fulfilling our unlimited, diverse needs and desires within a limited number of resources. That is the politics. That is politics. The way we are acquiring, or the way we are achieving our unlimited desires and needs through the available but limited resources is politics. According to Harold Laswell, American political scientist, in 1936, he published his famous book, Politics, Who Gets What, When, and How, right? And therefore, power can be seen as the means through which this struggle is conducted. Therefore, we are in a race because we have diverse diverse needs and also kind of different desires. So we are always trying to fulfill these needs and desires through limited resources. To that, to fulfill this requirement, we are running behind the power, running behind the race, running behind power, right? According to Harold Laswell. Kate Millett, this is my last slide today. Kate Millett in 1969 says that in her famous book, Sexual Politics, she defined politics as power is structured relationship. Power is structured relationship. Wherever we can see the power is structured relationship. Vyuhagata bala sambandhatavaya. Power is structured relationship. Vyuhagata bala sambandhatavaya. So then we can find politics. The power is structured relationships among the parents and the children. So then it is politics. Power is structured relationship between husband and wife, girlfriend and boyfriend. So then that is politics. Power is structured relationship, the teacher and the student. So then it is politics, right? Power is structured relationship among the clergy and the devotees. So then it is it is called politics. Wherever we go, wherever we can see this type of power structured relationship, whether it is in the state and the citizen, or the politicians and the public or people, or maybe bureaucrat and the client, or the customer, I mean government or public officer and the client, right, banker and the client, bank and the customer. So maybe conductor and the passenger. There's a relationship, power structured relationship between the passenger and the conductor of the particular bus. All right. So then, wherever we can see this type of power structured relationship, definitely we can see the politics. Right? Politics is something like this. Again, I think you can understand this. According to our discussion, right? According to my presentation, there's no common agreement, common consensus among consensus about the politics. There are various definitions. So then what I have done in here, I categorize all these definitions into 4 categories. According to first category, politics can be understood as the art of government. According to the second definition, politics can be understood as the public affairs, activities in the public affairs. According to the third definition, politics is something incomplete, try to achieve compromise and consensus. That is the third definition. Politics as power struggle or power game, that is the third definition of politics. First definition, first category, politics as the art of government, politics as public affairs, public as compromise and consensus, and the fourth one, politics as a power struggle or power game. Right? I think you all can understand this. If you need any clarification, any comment, right? You can raise your voice. You can ask. You can use chat box. You can talk with me. You can give a message or maybe phone call or email. Otherwise, if anyone in here trying to, when he or she is trying to get our ideas in a difficult way, when they're trying to get when they're trying to capture our words, they feel that it is difficult. The single medium class is open for everyone. If you like, you can join with it. So then you can have a more clear idea about this lesson. But my suggestion is, don't try to understand these things in single language or maybe in Tamil language. These are very simple. I use simple language and also kind of very familiar examples for us in our day-to-day examples, in the examples of our lives, right? So then you can you can do it in English, like our mothers and sisters in the Middle East, right? So one day you will be fine years in English language and also English medium education. There are many students in Sinhala medium. I couldn't count them still because some of them are coming then because sometimes some English medium students are there. Therefore, I am in a difficult position to count the exact number of the students in Sinhala medium class. So that is the problem currently I am having, right? So yes.
නෑ සිංහල මීඩියම් එකේ ස්ටුඩන්ට්ස් ලා වැඩි නම් ඉංග්‍රීසි මීඩියම් එකෙන් අපිට ලියු වෙලා අරකට යන්න වෙයිද එහෙම නැත්නම් අපේ කැමැත්ත නිසා ඉංග්‍රීසි මීඩියම් එක කරගෙන යන්න පුළුවන් නේද?
Sorry, මොකද්ද ප්‍රශ්නේ?
ඒ කියන්නේ දැන් එදා අපිට ඔරියන්ටේෂන් තියෙනකොට කිව්වා නේද මීඩියම් දෙකක් තියෙනවා සිලෙක්ට් කරගන්න පුළුවන් කියලා.
ඔව්.
ඒකෙදි වැඩියෙන්ම මීඩියම් එකට සිලෙක්ට් වෙලා ඉන්න ළමයින්ගේ එක තමයි කරගෙන යන්නේ කියලා කිව්වා වගේ.
නෑ එහෙම කිව්වේ නෑ. කවුද කිව්වේ?
මතකයි කිව්වා.
නෑ නෑ මම කිව්වද?
අනේ සර් නෙමෙයි.
එහෙනම් කවුද?
මම නම දන්නේ නැහැ. මගේ අයිඩියා එක තිබ්බේ එහෙම තමයි දැන් කිව්වා වගේ.
නෑ නෑ එහෙම එකක් නෑ. එහෙම නෑ. අපි
ස්ලාට් දෙනයින් ඉන්නේ.
ඔව්.
ඒක ගැටලුවක් නෑනේ නේද? අපිට දෙකටම කරගන්න පුළුවන්.
පුළුවන්. මේ මර ප්‍රයිවට් බස් එකේ වගේ එන්න කියලා ඇවිල්ලා ඊට පස්සේ මේ සෙනග නැත්තම් ඒ ඉන්න සෙනගත් මගින් දාලා මේ මගදී හරවගෙන යන්නේ නැහැ. පැහැදිලි නේද? මොකද මේ අපි එහෙම අදහසක් නෑ. අපි කිසිම දේශපාලන විද්‍යාචාර්යවරු අපි 10ක් විතර ඉන්නවා. 7ක් 8ක් ඉන්නවා. සමාජ විද්‍යා අධ්‍යයන අංශයේ හෝ අපේ පීඨයේ මම දන්න විදිහට එහෙම ප්‍රතිපත්තියක් නැහැ. අපි සෑම දේශනයක්ම සිංහල මාධ්‍යනොත් ඒ විදිහට ඉංග්‍රීසි මාධ්‍යනොත් කරනවා. දැන් ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ ඔය අහපු මේ ගිය සතිය අපි කරපු අර ජෑම් බෝඩ් එකේ ක්‍රීඩාව අද සිංහල මාධ්‍ය පන්තිය කරනවා. ඊළඟට ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ ඔය අහපු කරාබු ප්‍රශ්නේ මම සිංහල මාධ්‍යයකිනුත් අහනවා. ඒ උදාහරණ තේ විදිහටම අහනවා. රයිට් ඒ හින්දා මේ එකම දේශනේ සිංහල අයගෙන් අහුවොත් ඔයගොල්ලන්ගෙනුත් ඒ විදිහටම අහනවා. හින්දා ඒකේ කිසිම අඩුවක් නැතුව ඉංග්‍රීසි අයටත් ඒ විදියමයි සිංහල අයටත් ඒ විදියමයි ඒ කියන්නේ මාධ්‍ය ගැන මම කියන්නේ සප්නි නැත්තම් සප්නිට අන්කම්ෆර්ටබල් වෙන්න පුළුවන් මොකද එයාගේ ලැන්ග්වේජ් එක සිංහල නෙමෙයි එහෙම නෑ එම් කවුරු මම කියෙන්නේ නැහැ වෙන කවුරු හරි කිව්වද දන්නේ නැහැ එහෙම කිසිම නෑ සිංහල මාධ්‍ය ශිෂ්‍යයෝ වැඩි වෙන්න පුළුවන් අඩු වෙන්න පුළුවන් ඉංග්‍රීසි මාධ්‍ය ශිෂ්‍යයන් වැඩි වෙන්න පුළුවන් අඩු වෙන්න පුළුවන් ඒක ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ කැමැත්ත right හැබැයි මම කැමති ඔයගොල්ලෝ ඉංග්‍රීසි මාධ්‍යයෙන් කරනවා නම් ඔයගොල්ලන් සිංහල මාධ්‍ය පන්තිට ඇවිල්ලා සම්බන්ධ වුණාට මම කිසිම ගැටලුවක් නෑ මම කියලා තියෙනවානේ මගේ පන්තියේ ඔයගොල්ලන් අතපය දිගහැරලා නිදහසේ ඉන්න හරි මම ඔයගොල්ලන් ෆිසිකල් දැන් ඔයගොල්ලෝ ලබන ටික දවසකින් විශ්වවිද්‍යාලයට යනවා. යාවට පස්සෙත් මම කියන්නේ දැනුත් කියන්නේ අද උදේත් කිව්වේ. පන්ති අපි වැඩි හිටියෝනේ. අවුරුදු 18ට වඩා වැඩි අය. හමුදා කඳවුරක් නෙමෙයි. ඒ නිසා ඔයගොල්ලන්ට සමහර වෙලාවට බඩගිනි වෙනවා. බඩගිනිනොත් කෑම කන්න පන්තියේ හැලෙන්නේ නැති වෙන්න. නිදා ගන්න නිදිමත වගේ තියෙනවනේ චුට්ටක් ඒ පොසිෂන් එකේ හිටියත් කමක් නැහැ පාඩමට හමු ගන්නදී කියලා රයිට් අනිත් පැත්තෙන් ඔයගලන්ට සමහර වෙලාවට ෆෝන් කෝල්ස් අත්‍යවශ්‍ය වෙනවා සමහරට ඔයගලගේ ඥාතියිතයි නිස්පෘතාලේ සමහර විට ආදරණීයන් ගෙන් යමතුම් වෙන්න පුළුවන් නේද ඒගොල්ලන්ට අසනීප තියෙන්න පුළුවන් අම්මා තාත්තා නංගි මල්ලි එහෙම වෙන්න පුළුවන් ඉතින් ඒ වගේ වෙලාවට ෆෝන් එක ඕෆ් කරගෙන දත කට කුට්ටු කරගෙන අර මලමිණිය වගේ පන්තියේ ඉන්න ඕනේ නෑ මම එහෙම කිසිසේත් කැමති නෑ ඔන්න ඔයගොල්ලෝ වගේ දැන් නෙතුලා වගේ මේ කවුද දස්නිලා වගේ සඳුනිලා වගේ දස්නිලා වගේ සේෆ් නිලා වගේ අහන්න ඕනේ කතා අපි ඔක්කොම නිදහස් අර හානා ආරන්ඩර් ට්‍රූසෝ කියනවා වගේ නිදහස සමාන මිනිස්සු හරි අර කේට් මිලට් කියනවා වගේ පවර් ස්ට්‍රක්චර්ඩ් රිලේෂන්ෂිප් එකක් තිබුණොත් තමයි ප්‍රශ්නේ ඔගොල්ලෝ සහ අපි අතර බල ව්‍යුහයක් ගොඩනගුණොත් තමයි ප්‍රශ්නේ. ඒක තමයි දේශපාලනයක් කියන්නේ. ඒ හින්දා එහෙම එකක් නැහැ. ඔගොල්ලෝ කැමති ඉංග්‍රීසියෙන් ඉගෙන ගන්න නම් ඔගොල්ලෝ දිගටම ඉංග්‍රීසි ඉගෙන ගන්න. අපි උගන්වන්න සූදානම් සහ ඔයගොල්ලන් කැමති නම් දේශපාලන විද්‍යාව මේජර් විදියේ විෂයක් විදිහට කරන්න ඔයගොල්ලෝ කරන්න. අපි ඒත් ඔයගොල්ලන්ට උගන්නන සූදානම්. ඒකෙදී ළමයි පුංචි ප්‍රමාණයක් ඉන්නේ ඉංග්‍රීසි මාධ්‍ය, සිංහල මාධ්‍ය වැඩි වුණා. සිංහල මාධ්‍ය පුංචි ප්‍රමාණයක් ඉන්නේ ඉංග්‍රීසි මාධ්‍ය වැඩි වුණා කියලා එහෙම එකක් නෑ. එහෙම එකක් අපේ පීඨයේ හෝ අපේ අධ්‍යනාංශයේ ප්‍රතිපත්තියක් විදියට නැහැ මම දන්න විදියට. right? පැහැදිලිද නේද?
සර් පැහැදිලි.
right. බය වෙන්න එපා. මං කියන්නේ කිසි දෙයකට බය වෙන්න එපා. තියෙන ඕන කුකුසක් කුහුලක් අහන්න. නේද?
හරි
අනිත්
සර්.
එක තමයි ඉතින් මේ අපි දැන් ආර්ට්ස් ස්කීම් වල නැහැනේ ලංකාවේ මේ ඉංග්‍රීසි මාධ්‍ය නැහැනේ තාම. එතකොට අපි ඔක්කොමලා සිංහල මාධ්‍යෙන් හෝ දමිළ මාධ්‍යයෙන් ඉගෙනගෙන එන අය බොහෝ විට. එතකොට ඒගොල්ලන් අර අනාගතයේ තියෙන රැකියා අවස්ථා සහ අධ්‍යයන අවස්ථා ගැන හිතලා ඉංග්‍රීසි මාධ්‍යයෙන් ඉගෙනගෙන ඉංග්‍රීසි ටිකක් හදාගෙන විෂයත් ඉගෙනගෙන යන්න හදන ගමනක් නේ තියෙන්නේ. එතකොට ඉතින් ඔය තියෙන වචන තේරෙන්නේ නැහැ. සමහර වාක්‍ය තේරෙන්නේ නැහැ. සමහර වෙලාවට ඒක හිතෙනවා කියා ගන්න බෑ. කියන දේ තේරෙනවා ඒක තේරුණා කියලා කියන්න අමාරුයි. ඉතින් මේ වගේ දේවල් පුංචි කාලේ ඕන වෙලාවක විතර නෙමෙයි පස්සේ කාලෙක උනත් එන්න පුළුවන්. මේ භාෂාව නෙමෙයි වැදගත් දැනුම නේ. ඒ නිසා එහෙම මුකුත් හිතන්න එපා. ඔගොල්ලෝ එංගලන්තේ ඉඳලා ඇවිල්ලා නැහැ කියලා මම හොඳට දන්නවනේ. හැබැයි අපි ඉගෙන ගත්තොත් එංගලන්තේ යන්න පුළුවන්. පැහැදිලිද? එන අතර නවත්තන්නද සිංහල මාධ්‍ය ශිෂ්‍ය ශිෂ්‍යාවෝ බලාගෙන ඉන්නවා ඊළඟ පන්ති. අපිට හෙට උදේ තියෙනවා ඒ වෙලාව චුට්ටක් වෙනස් කරගන්න පුළුවන් නම් මටත් පහසුයි ඔයගලන්ටත් ස්පෙෂල් ඉංග්‍රීසි ක්ලාස් එකක් ඒ වෙලාවට තියෙනවා.